Yo, what's good everyone? It's Zigzag here. Welcome back to another Geoguessr video. About 2 years ago, India dropped on Geoguessr. And at the time, I learned a little bit about the country and then made a video about it. And it ended up being my second most viewed video ever. And when I made the video, this is how much Street View roughly existed inside India. So most regions did not have any. But in this really cool time-lapse made by someone in the community, you can see how since November or October of 2022, the coverage has absolutely exploded and pretty much all the states are now available in India. So yes, all of this is in a low quality camera, but I still think it is very significant. And you can see that the coverage is extremely dense now. Now, if we talk about countries that I like in Geoguessr, it tends to be these countries that you can't really rely much on camera metas or stuff like that because there is just so much coverage. It's kind of the opposite to Kazakhstan, where you're pretty much just learning how each road looks. In India, you're pretty much learning exactly how the state looks rather than individual roads. And so that's part of the reason that India has pretty much become one of my favorite countries, if not my favorite country. And so today I thought we'd play some India. I'd take you through my thought process. We'll do some on no moving, panning or zooming. And I'll just show you guys what I look for when I'm guessing in India, because it is actually quite underrated, I think, despite the poor camera quality. And the good news is potentially that we might be seeing Generation 4, the proper camera quality, over in India soon. I'm not sure how soon, but there are rumors that they're planning to send the camera there in response to Apple Maps sending their proper quality cameras there. Okay, all right, first one here, let's check out what we got going on. We are looking at some hilly landscape. Certainly the mountains aren't huge like Himalayan mountains, but they definitely fit with the mountains you get on the east and west coast here. The mountains here are to our north, interestingly. I don't know, the soil is kind of quite brown, which does remind me a bit of Maharashtra. It's definitely a state where you get quite a bit of brownish soil, like this kind of chocolate color. I could definitely see that. Other states I think are possible here, maybe Telangana, Madhya Pradesh, could even be as far as Chhattisgarh, Jharkhand. Can't necessarily rule those out, but I do think I like, out of all the options here, maybe a northern Maharashtra here. So I'm gonna go for that here. We'll see if we're right. And okay, it was actually in Telangana, as I thought it might be. No, it was Maharashtra. We got the state right here. Let's see how many states we can get correct in a row here. That would be nice if we could get like, 3 or 4. I think that would be a pretty good effort. Next one here though, looks like we probably have some Hindi here. I'm looking for anything that would make it look like Bengali, and I don't see that. Nor do I think it looks particularly like a Marathi, but I'm less good at confirming that, to be honest with you. But look at the landscape. It is fairly green here. We have a lack of palm trees. Often up in the north, you will see less palm trees than in the south. And some of this architecture definitely would fit for the north, I would say. The kind of white buildings, but at the same time, a bit of red brick mixed in. Like that definitely feels like a northern kind of combination. So I would say we're probably not too far from Delhi here, whether we're in Punjab or Uttar Pradesh, or maybe just New Delhi itself. I'm not really sure which, but I mean, if I was playing in a tournament, I'd probably just go Uttar Pradesh here. It seems like a pretty good hedge for all the things it could be here. So yeah, I'm going to go in Berli. Hopefully I pronounced that correctly, and we'll see. Okay, well, it's actually nearby there. We got 2 states in a row now. That was in Uttar Pradesh. Really good guess. Excellent work. Okay, next one here. We'll see what we got going on. Okay, this one looks like we're growing sugarcane here. Commonly grown, I think it's like Punjab has quite a bit of sugarcane. I think it's also commonly grown in Tamil Nadu, and then maybe it's also like Maharashtra, Karnataka. I think it's like 3 regions, but I'm not sure if I have that exactly correct. Anyhow, this pole almost looked like I had a divot in it, which would put you in like Telangana and Andhra, but I think that's just the tree in front. So we have to look at other poles here. I mean, one thing I'm noticing is the distinct lack of palm trees here. Definitely fewer palm trees than one might expect. So that does kind of lean me up this direction here, where I had it click Punjab, Haryana kind of region. Could just be Uttar Pradesh again. Obviously that's a huge state, so it's always possible. What about language here? I mean, Punjab pretty much appears pretty similar to Hindi, so the red bricks again does feel like that kind of area. So I think I like, what about this? What about the pole top? Maybe the pole top's not really a typical Punjabi one. So maybe we'll hedge over. We'll go Haryana instead here, I think, because it doesn't really look like the Punjabi pole top. And by the way, Dustin2, YouTuber extraordinaire, he's got a great video breaking down India in more depth than I can. So go check that out if you really want to learn India. Let's go Haryana here. And it was just UP. Unfortunate, still a good score, but not the greatest. Okay, next one here. We're up in the mountains this time. Immediately northeast vibes here, just because it doesn't quite feel typical India, I would say. We have a metal pole here. In the northeast, they tend to use a lot of metal poles. So let's see here. We also have stuff written in English, which obviously India has a lot of English around the place, but it can be useful. It is pretty common up here. So we're in Pihir Milenj. No tension. Interesting. I don't really know what that's about. I don't think it's actually a place name like I thought it might be. Okay, it's hilly. I think that's kind of the big clue here. Maybe we are, for that reason, in Sikkim. Maybe we're on the the foothills of Sikkim, but it's probably a little bit too flat for Sikkim even still. So maybe you go Mizoram. I mean, Mizoram tends to have quite a lot of red soil, I think, from what I recall. Soil here is not super red, so I'm kind of conflicted here. Maybe I would actually just go in Meghalaya. I think Meghalaya is a decent shot here. Hedges quite nicely as well. And it was actually in Arunachal Pradesh, but it's a good guess. It's a good guess. And the next one here, we have lots of Archaea. I think they're called Archaea palms, which are really common down here and up here. Like, it's really two far away regions. But I think with this fence, it should be the northern stuff. I think this is the kind of fence that feels a bit more East Asian. Roof also kind of feels a bit Bangladeshi, which is a good clue for this part of the world as well. So yeah, it kind of looks like Bangladesh. Honestly, I could see it being Tripura, like right on the border. Definitely couldn't count that out. Otherwise, I'd probably just think Assam. I'm just trying to work out if I can actually confirm either way which one it would be. We got actually some Bengali here. Looks like they do Bengali here. I think also probably less commonly, but I think Assam also can have Bengali as well quite a lot. So tell me what you think in the comments if I'm right or wrong about that. I think I would probably try Tripura here just because it looks so much like Bangladesh, and it kind of looks like this region as well. So let's give it a go. And okay, it was actually all the way up there. So not a bad seed here to start off with, 11,000. We definitely got the right vibes on each round, but let's head forward here. We don't have a state streak at the moment, but hopefully we can get one again. In fact, we only got 2 states correct. Next one here, lots of palms. We've got date palms. What does date palms mean? Probably something you do see like a bit further northwest, I feel, but I'm not exactly sure. Is that a date palm? Could be like a different kind as well, actually. Quite a thick trunk, but yeah, maybe it's not actually a date palm. Not quite sure about that. I mean, it feels very dry. Do we have any poles? Poles would be very useful here. Definitely have hills, that's for sure. My main thoughts were like Madhya, Maharashtra, maybe even Rajasthan, Gujarat here though, because it is quite dry. But I think maybe I would kind of like hedge over here between the states in question. I feel like, I mean, these colorful buildings feel a bit further south even. So I wouldn't be surprised if this one was kind of a bad vibe for me and it was actually a bit further south here. We do have the boxcar, which is more common north though. Yeah, there's definitely mixed vibes here. I think Madhya is actually my main thought here, but a bit further northwest in the state, maybe around Jabua. Feels like a decent hedge here. And okay, it was actually Rajasthan, so that makes sense. The palms definitely made sense for there. I just couldn't quite get the proper vibes. Ooh, this pole paint, I recognize that. Jharkhand, maybe Chhattisgarh, something like that. These tiled roofs are really common there as well. Like if you see them all tiled like this. So yeah, I think that area makes a lot of sense. Could even be like West Bengal, but it just feels a bit weird for that. I'd probably prefer like Chhattisgarh, Jharkhand border here. It is definitely hilly, which you do get in that region of the country. And these kind of dark leafed, huge leaf dark trees also really remind me of this area here. So that's interesting. Why is it so dark under here? Feels like it should be a little lighter, but I guess, yeah, the leaves are so big, they're blocking out all the light. Well, let's find out where this pole paint is. I feel like I've seen this one maybe in Chhattisgarh before. We'll see. And it was Chhattisgarh. Okay, yeah. Maybe that actually works. So we got the state correct again. Next one here. Okay, we got some Hindi here, I would say. Group of colleges. Maybe the address will show up here. Maybe not. What about this? No, not so much. Okay. Poles are looking fairly generic. Architecture is quite generic as well. It feels quite dry here in a way, interestingly. Yeah, the trees are quite dry. We have a lack of palm trees here for sure. We see no palm trees, I think. So definitely leaning that north direction again. And I would indeed assume that this is Hindi. So maybe just Madhya is probably best here. I could see Madhya, Uttar, maybe even Rajasthan, Gujarat. I guess the poles don't need to have holy poles in Gujarat, so probably not Gujarat, but Rajasthan, Jharkhand, Chhattisgarh, all possible. I'll go Madhya though, and it was actually indeed in Haryana. Okay, that's one of the ones I didn't mention, but it was right on the border to Rajasthan. That's why it felt so dry, but a bit weird. Okay, all yellow lines here. Something you do occasionally see in India. Normally they have white ones, of course. Metal poles. That's kind of fascinating. Metal poles are pretty common in some places and not others. I mentioned Northeast, but also pretty common in Maharashtra, I would say, but not really sure if this actually looks like Maharashtra. Probably just like another Madhya Pradesh kind of call here. I mean, if it looks like nothing, it's always a valid guess, I feel. But I could definitely see Maharashtra still working. I could see Rajasthan again. Maybe actually I would go Rajasthan. No, I'd actually go Maharashtra Madhya border here. And it was indeed Maharashtra. We click right over the border, unfortunately. I think it's a fine enough guess. Next one here, sugarcane, and it looks like it's gonna be Hindi or some northern language. We got hills this time. Okay. So that changes things a bit. Because Punjab is pretty flat. We can turn on the terrain mode here. You can see Punjab, you do get these hills here. So it depends on the direction, I guess. They are south. So should never be Punjab with hills that big, I assume. If we're looking south, unless we're right inside a valley. No, it's impossible. It's actually impossible to be Punjab. So that's quite useful. Maybe I'm just thinking of Maharashtra again then. Let's do a bit of character comparing here. Because we have this one with kind of the balls on the bottom, which kind of looks like things I know exist in Maharati, but yeah, I mean, I'm kind of a noob at distinguishing them. The brown soil, I told you the chocolate soil is really common there. We also have metal poles. So I'm saying why not? I'm saying why not? I think Maharashtra is a decent guess here. Let's go against these hills here. And okay, it was indeed Maharashtra. But we are back on a streak here. We should be on a 3 streak, really. Oh no, a 2 streak, but we accidentally clicked the wrong side of the border there. Next one here, we're on 1. And we have some very orange soil here. I guess like just to get into more of why I like this country so much, it's such a combination of the architecture, the vegetation, the language, the kind of infrastructure matters, the poles. It basically includes all the things I like about Geoguessr at a very balanced ratio. It's kind of like the US. Like they both like kind of share strong regional differences with very different climates and stuff like that. But I think if India had Gen 4, it would be easily more fun than the US because it is just even more diverse. It's dynamic. It has like so many factors at play when you make a guess. It's really fun for Geoguessr, I gotta say. This one though is probably the hardest round we've had so far. We have a lot of palm trees here, but are they? They're like weird ones. And we have banana trees, I think, on the hill as well. I think this is South India actually. A lot of bamboo. That's interesting. Not really sure where bamboo is super common, but the red soil is throwing me a bit. We could be all the way northeast, but I was actually thinking maybe like Karnataka, maybe even Tamil Nadu here. That's a weird round. If I had this in a tournament, I would be stressing because like, where do you really go? I think I do like down here. I'm gonna try that. And it was northeast, yeah. Okay, so that red soil, definitely a bit more common up there, but like it's a hard one. I don't really know, like these hills, you have to get a bit used to them because it is surprisingly hilly on the Meghalaya side. There's a little bit of flatness, I guess, on that side of the border. No, it pretty much actually follows the mountains, so that's a good one to know. Meghalaya should pretty much always be mountainous, or at least hilly, like that round was, so that makes sense. Assam definitely has much more of a flat landscape, so it pretty much solves that, or at least massively helps. Next one here, feeling northern. Wow, look, we're entering the portal here. Look at that. Wow, this is actually a really cool round. Wow, I love it. It's surely a glitch though. Like, where is this power line leading to? Wait, actually, what's going on here? Like, I just thought it was funny, but now I'm actually like confused because like the guardrail just ceases to exist. We're seeing poles in the distance that seemingly do not continue because where are the wires? So I don't exactly know what's going on here, but it feels northern to me. It feels like Punjab, Haryana, maybe Uttar Pradesh again. I'll go here when it was actually Madhya. Fascinating. Okay, we had these in Chhattisgarh last time. These are Karnataka pole tops because they got the straight crossbar. Can also be found in Tamil Nadu and some other states as well though. Sunflowers, we're growing sunflowers. It's very flat. I think you do trust it for Karnataka here. I think it looks more like Karnataka than Tamil Nadu as well. Here are like those kind of random palms I was telling you about. Like the south would just have a lot of palms going on, and it was there. Nice. Good guess, good guess. Next one here. Ooh, red car. Very dry. We have this symbol. Probably more of a Hindu one. Lots of bamboo here again. Maybe bamboo leans you north, I don't know. But this to me felt maybe Madhya, Rajasthan, like one of those two. Maybe even Maharashtra again, so I'll probably hedge Madhya here, I think. And it was actually Madhya. Excellent. It's a big say. All right, next one here. Boxcar. More common in the original coverage. So like kind of like you draw a shape like this. That's where it's really common. This feels like Madhya or Rajasthan to me. It's very dry. There's a lack of palm trees and I don't know, the leaves are kind of all tiny. They're kind of like desert leaves. They don't survive that well, or they survive very well where it's a bit drier. I could be wrong because we have our view blocked by the trees a bit here, but I do want to try out like an eastern Rajasthan here. And it was indeed a northern Gujarat, but that's pretty close. Again, a good game. It was just round 1 that screwed us up there. And we'll do one more on no moving before we do a couple of NMPZ games here. This one, lots of metal poles. Maybe we are looking at some Maharashtra action here. The soil fits. I'm gonna say this is Maharashtra metal poles. No, it was Bihar. Okay, tough one. The next one, oh, this is like a pretty iconic forest. I mean, look, we have these same pole paints that we had in Karnataka and in Chhattisgarh, but this one actually looks quite like Chhattisgarh, so I'll try that. And it was just over the border in Madhya, but still in that area. Next one, it's just desert vegetation here a little bit. These pole tops are interesting. A red brick architecture. Okay, so definitely more northern looking architecture here and a lack of palm trees. And we're on a really big highway here. I don't know how many of these big highways we actually have at this part of India, but probably these yellow ones. This one. They're probably both divided highways. What about this highway? I think it kind of looks like that. I'm gonna go for it. What number is it? Doesn't even show. Well, that's so weird. Why does it not show the number of this road anywhere on it? The 731? Is it? Maybe. What is this one? The 34. We pretty much clicked the same road, but you know, the complete opposite side of the state. So it's fine. Next one here, very brown soil. Feels very dry though. We got the boxcar. I think this is like deserty enough to just be Rajasthan. Wow. It was Maharashtra. Yeah, we had very brown soil. So yeah, I guess you got to trust the brown soil on that one. But Maharashtra is one of these states that is like the one that kind of randomly looks either like a desert or not like a desert at all. So you just have to keep your wits about you. Red tuk-tuks here, or red auto rickshaws. More common in the north. Got some dudes chilling for sure. sure. It looks like it's Hindi to me. I would say that's Hindi. And it's very overexposed camera here. Super overexposed. I don't actually know what this looks like, to be honest with you. Could just be Uttar Pradesh. Maybe like a Bihar could work here. I could see like Patna area. Hard to say. I'll try that. I'll try that. It does make some sense to me. And okay, it was just UP. So again, decent seed. Kind of a couple of misses there, but a couple of good ones. So let's try some NMPZ, my favorite way to play the game. And so obviously we're not allowed to look around here. It's completely different. Okay, we finally have some more south here. We were getting way too much north. This is some language that we have. I think this looks like, oh, I think it's Kannada. Is that Kannada language? It looks like it might be to me. Wait, let me remind myself here. So Kannada looks like this. And then maybe, no, I think it actually might be more Telugu here. I think we can see maybe the ticks that you get. Yeah, I think we can see maybe a few ticks on the language. That being said, what does the actual round look like? Oh yes, it is Telugu because we have the pole. Excellent. So I'm glad I recognize that correctly. Kind of have to look, but like for those who don't know, like you have a lot of little ticks on top of Telugu, which is in Telangana and Andhra Pradesh. Whereas in Kannada, you kind of have these like kind of flourishes instead. But yeah, this pole with the sections in it is only found over here in these two states. So I guess I would probably commit to this area here where you get a lot of these kind of palm trees. Forget what they're called. Are they sabals? Sabal palm trees maybe? And it was a little bit further up, but yeah, we got the state. Next one here. Again, not looking around does make it tougher. This definitely feels like the north to me. Uttar Pradesh probably the most likely out of any options because we've got the rice field and we got the like red brick architecture, no palm trees. And okay, it was Uttar Pradesh there. Nice, we're on 2 streak. This is very dry. This is either Gujarat or Rajasthan guaranteed because of white soil plus the low trees. I could definitely see Gujarat here, but I don't see a good reason not to go Rajasthan. And it was Rajasthan. 3 states in a row now. Okay, let's get 4. Okay, we have to cook this one up. It's somewhere up in the north. Again, we have that kind of lack of palm trees, lots of rice going on. This one, okay, here's the options in my mind. Uttar Pradesh is most likely. Bihar is possible. For some reason, Chhattisgarh did come to mind, or like Jharkhand, but I don't think they grow as much rice. Madhya, possible. Haryana, possible. But I think UP is actually the safe bet here. I'm gonna go UP actually. And no, it was actually Punjab. Always could have been, but I associate Punjab with being a bit less forested, so that was a tough one. And the next one here, we got a lot of red brick architecture. We got very cool palms here. Same ones we saw there, sabals, I think. Same ones we saw in the east, but this one feels a bit further north. Maybe you do, I think, get quite a few like sabals in maybe like Bihar area. The roofs, the really tiled roofs, as I said, they are common here, so I think it might be there. It could even be like West Bengal here, but yeah, I'll try Bihar, I think. And it was there, 30 kilometers away. Maybe the guess of the video. That was not an easy one. And 13,000, we actually did better on NMPZ. Let's go again here. Okay, lots of prickly pear cactus here. Wait, this one just feels like Bangladesh. This feels so much like Bangladesh. I think I just want to click West Bengal because of the eucalyptus rows and the cacti are weird, but yeah, I'm gonna go West Bengal here because that's how it feels to me. And it was actually just UP there. I guess it was on the river, so it felt a bit weird. Next one here, just based on vibes, I'm gonna go Chhattisgarh. I think it kind of feels like that. Okay, Madhya, reasonable guess. We got the like square sitting on the top of the pole. That's really common in Telangana and less so in Andhra, I think. The landscape feels more Telangana anyway, so I'll try that. And it was actually over in Maharashtra. You do get that sometimes there as well. And the next one here, feeling kind of like the desert area. Again, like I think the soil's probably too white for Maharashtra. So probably just Madhya, Rajasthan, Gujarat. And of the 3, I think Rajasthan's the most likely. And it was there once again. Nice. And we're on 1 streak. And the final one here, probably northeast India. We have some weird looking tuk-tuks, auto rickshaws, sorry. And then like quite a bit of red soil, very overgrown here. It just feels like the northeast to me. I'm just gonna go up here somewhere. It was actually just in Tripura there. Or yes, it was. Okay, not a bad seed. Again, 10K is not a bad effort on the India map, I would say. But now let's go for a final hurrah on 10 seconds, no moving, panning or zooming. Just pure vibes. Go really quickly here. Let's see how we can do. And we have northern stuff here, very dry. Not really sure what I'm making of this one. I'll probably just go like around here. Oh, that was Telangana. Wait, we reset. That was a really hard round. Maybe it was possible with more time, but okay. Probably just UP or Bihar. I think UP is the best here. I'll just go with luck now. It was Bihar, but just over the border. That's a fine guess. Next one here. Similar kind of vibes. This time I'm vibing for a bit further west though, maybe towards Delhi. So let's go like this. Wow, that was Maharashtra. Okay, Maharashtra is low-key the hardest state, I think. It's just really difficult sometimes. These bricks are kind of look northern, but I think it's actually in the south, like Karnataka or maybe even Tamil Nadu here. I don't know. Let's try Tamil. No, duh, that's a bad guess. Wait, we have to look at this one for a second. The houses, they kind of felt southern to me. Maybe not actually though. It's really hard to say because the camera quality is so bad, but I mean, there was a lot of rice. to be fair. It was a bad guess. It was a bad guess for sure, but I feel like that was kind of hard. Next one here, I mean, we have that pole paint again, but this feels like the south to me. I don't know why we have so much red soil, but I'll try Karnataka, and it was actually Karnataka. Nice guess. Well, we had that pole paint in Karnataka, to be fair, and this one definitely feels like Rajasthan. It was actually Gujarat. Okay, so we have to go again here. That was not ideal. This though, this is interesting. This feels like Madhya to me, kind of eastern Madhya to me, actually. Okay, it was Madhya. Just nice, good guess, good guess. Next one. Ooh, I don't know where this one is. This one could be anywhere to my mind. Do you go up here or do you go further west? I'll try up here. Oh no, further west, yes, but much further south. Okay. Yeah, we didn't really see much there. That's my excuse. Next one here, probably Rajasthan, I would say. Yep, nice guess there. Next one. Ooh, look at that. Lots of hay piles. Yeah, I think you go UP here, actually. It's a bit ambiguous, though. See where it actually is. Okay, it was UP. Yeah, so we're still on a streak. The next one here, white buildings again. They kind of feel southern. The last time, oh, we got Muslim here. I don't know. I'm gonna go here instead, actually. Oh no, it was southern. Damn. Two ones where I went northeast and it was just southeast. The northwest guesses were good, but we have to go again here. I want to end it on a decent game. Sugarcane galore here. Where do you go? Is it actually north? I'm not so sure about that. I go Maharashtra here. No, okay. Uttar Pradesh, yeah. Wow, that felt very like tropical, but this feels like here or something to me. Wow, Maharashtra, so hard. I think I'd go too far north a little bit. I'd go too far north a little bit here. Look at interesting trees. Wow. Just go Madhya. Just go Madhya. I have no idea. Okay, West Bengal. Fair enough. Next one should be Karnataka, I think, with this pole top, but not too sure on it. I mean, it definitely. Oh, I clicked Maharashtra instead of Karnataka. Wow, that's all falling apart, guys. Ooh, we have this pole top though. Maharashtra. We're in eastern Maharashtra, I'm calling it. No. Okay, that one is actually kind of rare there, I think. Coastal trees. We should be near the coast here with this kind of pine. And I'm not too sure where on the coast. Maybe Andhra? I'm not too sure on that. Oh, Goa, sure. Okay, 3,000 points. That was a disaster. I mean, it was a hard seed. Let's actually finish strong. I think that we see some Gujarat pole tops here, actually. It's fairly flat. Let's just go like this, I think. This is a fairly flat area. Wow. Actually, Madhya. Maybe they were actually holy poles, but just over the border. Next one here. Feels like the north to me. We see like the right kind of trees for being up north, so I'll go here. Okay, was northeast. It's a fine guess. Next one. Ooh, look at that language. Is that Tamil? I mean, the houses don't really feel that Tamil to me, but it clearly is some kind of southern language, so I'm just gonna have to commit here. Yeah, it was Tamil Nadu. Wow. Yeah, just had to go on the language. I probably would have guessed up here, but yeah, I guess the houses somewhat fit. Next one here, up in the mountains. Red soil. I'm thinking we are actually up here somewhere. Meghalaya. Let's end it. Oof. Nice. Okay, we're finally getting a good game here. Next one. Ooh, deep red soil. Why though? Why do we have such red soil here? I'm actually confused. I think it's actually just up here, randomly red soil up here. That's the way it looks to me. No. Wow. Outside of Ahmedabad. Well, we could have had a great game if we got the last Gujarat poll, or if we had a poll on the last Gujarat, we would have had a great score. But we got the Meghalaya there, we got the Tamil, we almost got the Madhya. Honestly, pretty good game to end us off there on 10-second NMPZ. Guys, let me know if you enjoyed this one. Definitely is one of my favorite. Definitely is one of my favorite countries at this stage in time. And yeah, hope you all enjoyed it. Want to see me play more? Then I will happily do so. Give the video a like if that's the case. I'll see you guys next time, and till then, goodbye.